Hello, hello, my lovely scrapbook friends. It's Kim back from Memories in Time. And today I'm here to just play. I haven't tried to do any of this card, so you're going to watch this with me as it unfolds. I have a white daisy card base, and I have a piece of the Daisy Meadows with that beautiful, I have to double check. I'm thinking that color is saffron, no, canary yellow paper. The plaid, gingham plaid, love that. And I have about 1/8 of an inch border all the way around the card. And this is our distress watercolor paper that is sold. It's Ranger, but we also sell it, and I'm going to try and do some watercolor on this today. And my card will layer up like this, and I'm using this beautiful, sorry about that ring light, this beautiful dragonfly stamp, and I'm going to do the smooshing technique with Oxide ink. So that's what we're going to do first. And what I'm going to do, I've already got my stamp on my block, and I'm going to ink up, and I will, once my watercolor is all finished, I'll use intense black ink, so I'm going to go ahead and get that out. I'm just going to, in my mind, think about where I want my smooshing. And so here's the thing, the technique that I'm going to attempt to do today, the smooshing is actually going to be larger than the area of his wings. And I'm going to smoosh from the outside in with picked raspberry, abandoned coral, and mustard seed. So I want to go ahead and, in my mind, think about where I want this. And I'm going to have to stand. I can't sit and do this. I'm going to have to stand. So I'm going to use this. This is an adhesive runner, just a crumply packaging. Let me zoom in so that you can see what I'm doing. Pretty good, decent. And I think I'm going to start with the mustard seed color first. And so I'm just going to put a little, probably in my water sprayer. And I'm just going to mix in some water. And keep in mind, I have not tried this, so either I'm going to sink or swim. And I want the yellow kind of right here. And there's going to be some bleeding, and I'm okay with that. And then I need to wipe that up. And I dropped a little there. You know what? Since we dropped a little, let's just make sure our water brush is kind of dry. And let's just do a few little splatters. And that way it'll look like it's meant to be that way, intentional. Although you're watching this video and you know it's not intentional. Right? And then I am going to get a clean paper towel, and I'm just going to blot. I'm not wiping, I'm just blotting. Okay? And then I am now going to come in with abandoned coral. And I've learned with that yellow, I don't need near as much mustard seed. Spray pen. I got a larger desk work area, and it's harder for me to keep up with things, believe it or not. And this is going to be so pretty. And then see how I'm getting those splatters on there? I'm just tapping my paper. It's got the watercolor on it, and I'm just tapping. Wipe that down. And this may turn out cute, and it may not. And then I'm going to come in, and I think I am going to have to come back in with some yellow. I'm going to come in with my raspberry. Let's blot that off. And let's come in with, ooh, that looks so vibrant. So vibrant. And I almost did peacock feathers, and I think peacock feathers probably would be really pretty in this too, but I did not want the blue on this particular card. And then the same thing, I'm just going to pop some of that. Pick that up. And I am going to come back in with one more little hint of yellow. Love using my paper, my wrappers, for the smooshing technique. Love it. I am going to do one more little bit of yellow. And it's really hard to tell that the yellow is there, but it's there. And when we missed it, you can tell that it's there. Seasonal allergy is like killing me right now, guys. I promise I don't have the COVID. Fully vaccinated here. It's almost 70 here at my house today, and things will be blooming very shortly. Love it. I feel like I need one more little touch of this, and that's the thing I love about working with oxides, is you can go back in and you can build. And I feel like I need some more abandoned coral. This is going to be so pretty. Yes, it is. I'm channeling my inner Vicky Boutin. Love this. Love it. And now I simply am going to hit this with the heat gun. Before I stamp. Oh, how pretty is that? Beautiful. And here's our fancy tweezers that I shared with you yesterday. $6.95. I'll leave a link for these down below. I cannot tell you, I did not look prior to the video. I do know I'm going to have to put some more tape on my labels. I see 2 have come off. All three have come off. But if these are currently available, I will leave links for the Distress Oxides below as well. So next up, we're going to stamp our handsome little dragonfly. I'm just making sure it's all seasoned up. What about inking from the... And you know what? I need to bring this in because I have a low spot in my desk. Remember, I have that low spot. And so we're going to bring this in, and we are also going to bring in an additional foam. I have a low spot right back there where we extended my desk, and now I have a low spot. this dragonfly is all inked up nicely. This is going to be so pretty. And there we go. Let's just let this sit and soak into the cardstock for just a minute. And then while I'm doing that, I'm going to choose which sentiment. I think this is going to be a birthday card. Wishing you the happiest of birthdays, I think is what I'm going to use on this one. Wishing you the happiest of birthdays, and we're going to season that. And I just realized that I did not wet my stamp chamois. Look how pretty. Is that not beautiful? Pretty. And I am going to put some black liquid pearls on there because of the low spot. It did not get a good crisp right there, and the reason I didn't press really hard is I did not want to distort those flowers. But that sort of has a little bit of a rustic look, so I may be good with it. I may be good with it. We'll see what it looks like when I put it together. And our sentiment is going to go right here. And I'm going to practice because that looked a little wonky to me. Wishing you the happiest of birthdays. How pretty is that? Love it. That would be Marley in case you hear her. Her daddy does not realize I'm filming. He does not, for whatever reason. And I am going to use these gold dots, enamel dots from the Daisy Meadow collection. So, first up we are going to adhere. This turned out really pretty, and I think the way I did this, you're not really going to be able to tell that this is gingham. It may actually just look like a piece of the canary cardstock, and I'm okay with that, really. I'm really going to be okay with that. And you know what? This one just screams to put some 3D foam tape on it. It up. So I'm filming this on Tuesday evening. Tomorrow on Wednesday, when this is actually up on YouTube and social media, will be the first day in a year that I have worked in my office. I'm actually going in my office for a brief time tomorrow for an in-person meeting. Me and two other ladies will be wearing masks. Two of us have been fully vaccinated, and it is going to feel so good to have an in-person meeting. I'm gonna love it. And I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna love this card as well. I'm going to love this card as well. And because I did foam, wherever it lands is where it's at. So let's come in. And let's do here. And I love those little spatters from, oh, how pretty. Now look, guys, that is an absolutely gorgeous card, and literally, what did it take, 20 minutes? I thought about coming back in and putting some black onyx liquid pearl on there, but I really like the way it sort of adds to the rustic feel of the watercolor card. And again, if I had smushed down really hard on the stamp, I probably could have caused those lines to get really thick and it wouldn't have been as pretty. So this is a fun way to use our stamp of the month without having to color, without having to worry about coloring in all those delicate little florals. And if you look, there are lots of tiny, and I'm sorry for that glare, tiny little pieces in there. So this is just a fun way to stamp that, make a really pretty card without having to color. And if you noticed, all I did was I laid my stamp sort of where I wanted it to go, and I kind of knew where I wanted my ink, and I knew I wanted the yellow in the middle, and then I wanted the bean and coral, and I knew I wanted the picked raspberry. And remember, after I did that and I put the picked raspberry on, then I came back, and after it was patted down with a paper towel, I came back and added some more bean and coral in there, and then even added some more yellow in there. And then remember another tip that I taught you, to pick up your ink with your packaging and flip it to make your spatters. So that was something fun to do. Love how this turned out. I think having it finished now, I probably would have gone with a different paper just because I feel like it needs something pink back there. But I'm happy with it, and this pink did not match. So I like to do the dots. I'm happy with it. I like how that turned out. Really pretty. What do you think? Leave me a comment down below, and trust me, you want to get your hands on this distressed watercolor paper. This paper is fabulous to work with. The smooshing technique is wonderful on this watercolor paper. Leave a comment down below. If you are not a subscriber, I would love if you would subscribe. Make sure to hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I add new content. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for choosing to stop by today. Leave me a comment and let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to hear. So I hope you guys enjoyed this fun little impromptu watercolor card. If you would like to pick up the stamp of the month, remember, if you are my VIP and you have a $50 qualifying order, you can get this stamp for free. And I cannot even get this stamp for free as a maker. If you would like information about how to become a VIP, there's a link down below in the description so that you can become my VIP and you can receive credits on every single order that you place. So thanks guys, and happy scraping.